everybody. Welcome back. Bear Clan's Hiking Sedona podcast. I got episode 21 here, doing another wonderful interview. I got a special guest today, folks, Sharmeen Dia Cudrot. Say hello to everybody.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. I appreciate it. I appreciate your time, and it's wonderful to finally get you in front of the microphone instead of just seeing you randomly places all over Sedona.
That's right.
So I'm going to just start by asking you to tell everybody a little bit about yourself, if you could.
Yes, yeah, for sure. So I'm Dia. I'm also known as Sharmeen. Just depends on who you are and how you know me.
Yep.
And I was thinking about this. I've been here now almost 9 years.
What?
I can't believe that.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, 8 to 9 years. How does that happen?
It flies right by. You get caught up in this gorgeous place and it just kind of zip.
Yes, exactly. So,
and what kind of work do you do?
I'm a licensed professional counselor, so I have a private practice here in Cottonwood, and I work with families, I work with individuals, I do couples therapy,
Nice.
And I help with, let's say, anxiety, depression, trauma,
Fantastic.
all of that stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We're loving hearing that. This is a place for healing, so,
Yes.
we've got so many people from so many different cultures to be able to bring this kind of thing to Sedona. What a gorgeous concept. So what was it that actually brought you here to Sedona?
Yeah, so I love sharing this story, and it always strikes me as, how amazing, because a lot of people have a similar story.
Yes, we do.
But, I was living in Florida. I was going through a personally difficult time, and I thought, I should go somewhere. I should go on a vacation. I should do something. And I was at the bookstore, and this book, I kid you not, it fell off the shelf and kind of fell on me. And it said, Call to Sedona.
What?
By Ilchi Lee.
No
and I'm
way.
going, what's Sedona? Like, never heard of that,
Yeah.
And I felt like I should get the book. I bought the book, came home, read about it. And here's this man talking about this place called Sedona in Arizona with this amazing energy and the healing presence of the mountains. And
Yeah.
I'm in Florida. It's flat.
It's flat.
There's nothing.
It's hot, sweaty, and flat.
That's right. There's nothing like that over there. So I said, why don't I book a flight? Why don't I go for a weekend and just see what it's all about?
Pretty bizarre, isn't it?
It
Now,
is.
before we get into the next question, were you always kind of like into it? Did you feel a lot of things? And when that book fell on you, you kind of were like, I can't ignore it. Whatever this is telling me, I got to run with it.
Yes. So I always, from the time I was a child, I would get this kind of a feeling or it feels like something you can't ignore.
Yeah.
I know you can relate to that.
Absolutely.
Like,
Absolutely.
I don't know what this is, but I need to look into it.
Excellent.
So
Cool.
I thought, what is Sedona? I don't know.
Yeah. So then when you got here, when you arrived here the first time, first off, did you come from Phoenix up or did you go from Flagstaff down? How did that trip come and how was it that first moment when you saw these rocks?
So I remember getting into the rental and I was scared. I was like, am I going to drive through the highway, go towards the mountains? Like just the logistics of driving scared me. But so I'm coming up through Phoenix and I see, I feel like I'm going to get emotional.
That's good.
I am getting, sorry.
Don't apologize for that. We all got emotional when we came in.
My gosh.
Did you come up 179?
I did.
Bell Rock?
Bell
Courthouse
Rock.
Butte?
Oh.
There we go.
So, wow.
I'm going to just
No,
say.
you.
So I did the same thing. Came over that hill. I saw Courthouse and Bell. I pulled over and I started crying.
Okay.
I just started crying. It
Okay.
just was that way.
Well, so I don't feel bad. I pulled over and I cried.
Yeah.
I cried and I didn't know what it was. It was love. I felt I love you and you love me and
Yep.
I haven't seen you before in this lifetime, but gosh, I know you.
Felt like home, didn't it?
Oh, yeah. It's like Bell Rock. I know you and I love you, you know? And
Perfect.
yeah, I remember getting really emotional about that and just, it's amazing to hear that you felt that too.
And it's not as uncommon as you think. So, I mean, we're talking to people when we do our tours and everything like that. We do the Segway tours or I'm hiking with somebody or meeting people out on the rocks or whatever. You can talk to everybody and they're all going to kind of come up with the same thing. It's like, I can't believe a place like this exists. And I also can't believe that it feels comfortable.
Yes.
Like, man, welcome home.
Welcome
home. In a deeper sense of home, not just a building, but a feeling of belonging in the earth that is here.
Yes.
Not just the energy, but the earth that's here.
Yes.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I felt like, the mountains, the land I was seeing, I felt like the land cares about me the way a mother or father would.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, I was touched by that.
Welcome to Sedona. Yeah, we all get that cool thing. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So while you visited, how long did you stay here for, and did you do any hiking?
I did. So I kind of went a little crazy. I hiked from sunrise to sunset every single day. I was here for 3 days. Not to be TMI, but I felt like one of my toenails was turning black. It's like all I did is just hike, hike, hike.
Kind of didn't feel any negative about it. It was just, I'm supposed to be here to experience the trails, to experience the land.
Yes.
Beautiful.
And I had not really had the opportunity to hike before, so it all came quite natural to me.
Florida, it's just walk.
That's right. Just walk.
Yeah.
And you don't want to walk in that sun and that humidity,
Not really, yeah.
So it struck me as I was hiking and walking, I said, where am I getting this stamina from, this energy? I didn't want to stop to eat.
Yep.
I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to hike.
Yep.
Hike.
I was here for 7 days, and every second was hiking. Just like you, from sunup. I mean, I was even awake before sunrise, and I was out on trails before sunrise because I wanted to see the sunrise. So I didn't want to hesitate and lose a moment. It was like, I'm here for a limited time. I don't know what that's going to be after, so I want to make the most of it. I'm pretty sure that's kind of how you just got connected.
Yes.
And it just rolled in. That's beautiful. Beautiful.
It did. And I remember having an intention, listening to you talk about the sunrise. Every morning I would say, okay, my intention for today is letting go, or my intention for today is love. And as I was hiking that day, I was mindful to anything that would happen or that I would see.
That intuition that I was talking about. So did you know about the vortex energy or the energy of Sedona before you got here? Or was that something you kind of got later on?
So that's a really good question. So that book, The Call to Sedona, specified 4 major vortexes, which I'm sure you know about. Yep. And then the author really emphasized Fay Canyon. So I wanted to make sure that I get out there.
Awesome. Not a lot of people are aware of that. That's really cool.
And Fay, oh my God, Fay Canyon is just, gosh, that's got to be one of the most magical places on earth.
And did you go to the end of trail and just kind of climb up the rocks, the loose rocks a little bit to get up to the viewing areas?
Yes, I did. And I'm sure you've gotten to that one part where there's this area that you can climb up and then the mountains surround you.
Yep.
Do you call that anything? Or?
It depends on which side, because the canyon splits. If you went to the left or to the right, if you went up and went to the left, I call it a half pipe.
Okay.
A formation that looks like a snowboarder's half pipe turned on the side, and right up in that area, and you're just looking down the canyon both ways.
That's the one. So I went, end a trail towards the left, and you scrambled up. You kind of climb up.
And I love it personally because it's great acoustics for my flutes, right? And when I go up to Fay, I'm either on the left side or the right side, up in these little pockets that I find, and the reverb off of the walls. And feeling Sedona as I'm playing is just magical. And it can be anywhere. It doesn't have to be in any specific place. But a lot of people aren't aware that Fay Canyon is a lot deeper than what we think. It's not just a simple, easy trail to the end. There's something magical inside there.
There is. It's just, you just kind of, find your way back, hopefully.
Yeah. That's kind of a critical part. I think.
You want to come back.
So now that you experienced Sedona then, you've lived here. What is Sedona like to you now? I mean, do you still hike? Do you get on the trails? Are you too busy working?
So I think about this sometimes. I'll drive into Sedona for, I don't know, getting groceries or something, going to the bank. And I try to be mindful. This is a place that I prayed about coming to. And now that I'm here, I don't want to take it for granted and not look at the mountains and just go in and out of Whole Foods or whatever. And so I'm married. I have a toddler. I have a nearly full-time practice of, my private practice. So I don't get to hike as much. And
now, do you take your baby girl out on the rocks when you can?
I do.
What's your favorite place to take her? Because it's about, every age group.
Yes.
I know Laura Lee has her grandbabies, and she just took them out down to the loop, the little park off on the left, and they loved climbing the trees. How about your baby?
So Amani is amazing, and Chad and I talk about this. She is an old one. She is
old soul, huh?
She's ancient. She's been here. So we take her to certain places. I know I've taken her to kind of like the Bear Mountain area, Doe Mountain area. I've also taken her to, I don't know if it's called Yavapai
Yavapai Vista?
Vista.
Yeah, over by Bell Rock on the other side.
Yeah, Yavapai Vista is a very mysterious energy. I like it there. Not
Yeah.
a lot of people. I've talked to a couple of people, and they're like, "I don't want to go there."
It's kind of active though. I think that's the hard part. People don't get a sense of peace and quiet.
Yes,
They might get something else.
that's right.
But it's all about the individual, of course, as we know. So if you're able to quiet your mind, it doesn't matter what happens around you. You can just kind of be in it.
You can. And there's a particular spot where if you just kind of go off trail and you start heading more towards like the left of everyone.
Yep.
So I took Amani there one day and she's just touching the earth and picking up every rock and stone. And she says, Mommy, I really like it here. And it's amazing.
It just tugs on your heart, doesn't it?
Does.
It's like, you're awesome.
Yes.
You little person.
Oh, she's so amazing. And she'll say, who's here? Is God here? One day she's like, does God live here? Is God here? And I'm going, wow, that's really deep. And
That's pretty intimidatingly deep.
Yeah. I said, yeah, God is here for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You don't even have to be religious or spiritual to know that. When you come into a place like Sedona and you look around, whatever was creator did a phenomenal job.
Oh.
They dug out this nice little pocket of red rocks just perfectly, and it's just insanely gorgeous.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And so when I was pregnant, I hiked a lot. And then I think when she was pretty young, I wish I could remember the first time we brought her out. For some reason, I can't. But so I'd have one of those like carry-on hiking,
The baby pouches?
Baby pouches.
Yeah.
Put her in there and go hiking, and she'd just stare off into the path. And
Just imagine. Just imagine. I grew up in the Northeast. We did a lot of hiking. I didn't start hiking till I was probably 3 or 4.
Yes.
I have very vague memories of it. But just imagine the child's vision, the open truth that they get to experience when they're seeing something. That's what we tend to take for granted.
Yes.
As humans, we tend to lose that facet of, this thing that you're looking at right now, this may be the last time you ever see it.
Yes.
Why don't you learn to appreciate these moments? And children, youth, our infants, all they do is appreciate everything for its insanity,
Yes.
its beauty. It's like so different, so unique. I've never seen that before. I've never seen that before.
Oh, yes.
So to come into Sedona, if you can, like you were saying, you don't want to take it for granted. So if you look at it, try looking at specific spots, not just the vista.
Yes.
Try to focus on a little area, and there might be something like, it might call to you next.
Oh, yes.
And it helps keeping that thing very fresh, right?
And you talking about intuition earlier, I'm sure you've experienced this. You might pick a particular height or, a path you want to go, and you get this gut feeling, I got to go see what's over there.
Yes.
So you can switch your plans.
Yes. As long as you're willing to and you're capable enough to.
Yes.
Because again, Sedona can eat you up and spit you out almost literally for people that are trying to do something they probably shouldn't.
Yes.
Right? So it's more of a be cautious, but trust your instincts. Trust your instincts. With that in mind, have you always felt safe when you've hiked here?
I have, and being a mom changes things for you. So, so now that I'm a mom,
Can't be as adventurous.
no. And looking
Chicken.
back, I know. rather be a live chicken than a dead duck, or
There you go.
whatever
There you
they
go.
say, dead
Right.
turkey. No, it's so funny because some things I've done, I'm going, I probably shouldn't have done that. Because when I did it, I was fine and nothing happened to me. But I've walked along some ledges just to walk, and now I'm going, how safe was that?
Yeah, that whole parenting thing.
Oh yeah.
I used to do a lot of tree work,
Okay.
in the belt and the ropes. And I would be up 150 feet doing an oak tree, pruning and just climbing like a monkey in a rope, just around a tree. And then as soon as I had my first child, I was like, I think I have to reevaluate what I'm doing.
Yes.
Not because I didn't want to, but because it was like, I think I have something else other than me to live for.
Yes.
And so it makes us make better decisions
Yes.
for the moment. It doesn't mean they're the best decisions, but we have to think outside our individuality
Yes.
when we bring people into the world, when we have children.
Absolutely.
We must keep them safe, and we must be safe in order to guide them at least as long as they need us.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. And that's very, Amani's my first child. So I've heard people talk about this, but now it's very tangible. It's very real for me. I feel a sense of healthy fear that I didn't, when I first came here, I was game. I would go to any canyon, any mountain,
Sure.
just go see what happens.
Right? Why not?
You know.
Because we had less fear of fear.
Yes.
You know?
Right.
It's like, yeah, whatever. I'm here. It's nothing's going to happen. I'm supposed to be here. This is a moment, and I'm going to run with it.
Yes.
So, yeah, it's kind of interesting once we have children how it changes us.
Yeah.
So do you have a favorite hike of any sort? I mean, we already talked about Fay Canyon.
Yeah, Fay Canyon is amazing. Something I'm really grateful for and I appreciate about the mountains here in Sedona. For me, each place has a different purpose. You know, if I'm going through something in life where I feel like I need to challenge myself or I need to work something out, you know, I'll take that more towards the Boynton Canyon area, you know, secret wilderness area. And then if I have more of, ooh, I want to get in touch with the angels today. I want to see what they have to say. You know, Bell Rock, as commercialized as it is, Bell Rock is a place where I've made a lot of contact with my own personal guides or angels.
That was my first and my favorite. That was my first in.
Yes.
When I came into that Sedona and got over my cry, got my little parking pass, I went right to Bell Rock and climbed up there and had my little shake and bake vortex moment.
Yes.
That's what I had up there. And from that point on, I bought into the whole thing. I was very spiritual, Native American culture, very creator, and anything is possible, and here it is, I see it, touch it, feel it. I started hearing things while I was up on Bell Rock. Spirits were talking to me. They told me that I was going to be a guide in Sedona. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Whatever. What you got to understand is Sedona's going to kind of put you where you need to be.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, it's kind of interesting. There's so many different possibilities.
Yes.
And as individual people, we have different skills. Like you're saying, Amani's got this thing. Yeah. She's got this old soul, and she could probably see the angels and spirits, and she might even talk to deceased family members and just in a casual conversation.
Oh, yes.
And we don't know, as older people that have experiences in life, and we've got clouded by this crazy illusion that we're living, to be able to know that she may actually be doing that.
That's right.
And you may have been doing that, and I may have been doing that.
Yes.
It's us to not assume it's coincidence.
That's
and
right.
don't use coincidence and say it's an opportunity.
And I like that.
Opening the door and letting everything come to us. As long as we know we can handle it, let it come in and say, you know what, as long as I'm capable, bring it.
Yes.
If you feel I'm not capable, don't show me something I'm not ready for and can't handle.
And Creator is very loving like that.
Absolutely.
Creator will show you and present things to you in a gentle manner or in a manner that you can handle.
Or sometimes it might kick you right square in the butt.
Because, you know, you need it and Creator knows that you are going to grow from it. And, oh, yeah.
Your journey was a subtle kick in the butt. Get out of Florida, get over here.
Oh, yeah.
There's something for you here. That's beautiful. Beautiful.
I remember my mind, my logic trying to talk me out of moving. It's like, all your friends and family are here. You have a career here. What are you doing?
It's the brain, not the heart.
Right.
Leave it alone. Leave the brain alone. Go with your heart.
Yes.
Have you noticed a lot of changes in Sedona since you've been here?
I have, and I'm going to try to speak about this in a positive manner, right?
Yes, please do.
Positive manner. So I was telling my husband this the other day too. So 6-7 years ago, this was a different Sedona.
Yes, it was.
Very different. I could go to any trailhead park and I may not see anyone for 10-15 minutes.
Yeah.
Now, the popular trailheads, you can't find parking.
Yeah.
You know.
Which is odd because guess what? We have over 180 trails in Sedona, and why aren't people on those other 150?
I know.
They're on the same ones because the hotels, gas stations, everybody that works here tells them, yeah, you're going to go to Bell, you're going to go to Cathedral, you're going to go to Boynton, you're going to go to, it's the same list. West Fork, it's like, yeah, we get it. But guys, take a look at Gardner. Take a look at Anaconda. There's just so many other trails that people can just get wowed by.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be the big ones because, unfortunately, everyone's seeing it on social media.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I have so much respect for you and Laura Lee. I just a lot of love and respect for you guys because to me, I don't know if this is like the right way of thinking about it, but Sedona should have a particular loving and open and kind energy. Yeah. And sometimes I'll run into energies here in Sedona and I'm going, what are you doing here? Yeah. You are really not supposed to be here. Yeah. Not in this manner. Not like marking up the rocks.
It's like you can feel it.
Yes.
You don't have to say anything, but you can kind of look and go and get a vibe or whatever you want to call, whatever metaphysical thing. there's just something you're going, wow, okay. It may not be long. You might not be here that long.
Right.
And,
and no judgment, no judgment, but discernment goes, what are you doing here? You don't respect the place here, and you don't respect what Sedona offers you.
Yeah.
And
that's tough, because we want to call it discernment, but are we judging or are we discerning?
Yes.
Are we doing something with the proper intention?
Yes.
Of not saying, oh, I don't like you because... It's like, wow, I see what you're doing. I wonder what I could learn from that. I wonder, was I ever like that? Because I'm seeing something ugly.
Oh, yeah.
Why am I seeing that right now from that person? So
that's right. Yeah. That's right. But Sedona has changed, and I think it's good to just go with the flow, roll with it, and Sedona will be here. I would like to believe we'll be here long after we're gone. It was here before.
Rocks
it'll be
aren't going anywhere.
Hope not. Hope not. But
so, being the import from Florida, have you been able to bring people, friends, family to Sedona? Have they come to visit you?
So I've been blessed with that. I've had some really close, good friends of mine come out. I actually have a friend, Erica. I'm going to give her a shout out.
Hello,
Hi, Erica. She's going to come the last week of this month. And so
excellent.
We're going to hit some trails. We're going to go hiking. So I've been blessed to share what I love with my loved ones. And for many of my, my friends, it's their first time.
So when you brought them out here, did they get why you're here?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I've had family and friends come out here and they're going, okay, you belong here.
Oh, yeah.
They've seen a different being.
Yes.
Because I wasn't this person before I found Sedona.
That's right.
I'm not saying that Sedona changed me, but I changed with Sedona's love.
Yes.
And so, people that go, why are you out there? Just come out.
That's right.
Just come out. Give it a day. Give me a weekend.
Yep.
I'll set you up. I'll take care of you, and I'll bring you to wherever you need to go to experience the most you can possibly get.
Yes.
And then they leave, and they're going, dude, yeah, this is you.
It's amazing.
You're here. That's your place.
Because if someone comes up to you and says, Bear, I want to know you more. What are you about? You could probably say, you know what? Come stay a day in Sedona, and then this is me.
You'll see and you'll know me, right?
Yep.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yep.
So what would you tell someone if let's say you took a trip back to Florida and you were in a group of people that you haven't met before and they're asking you about it, what would you tell them if they said, well, we're thinking about going to Sedona? What do you think? What would you tell them?
Yeah, so if anybody said to me they're thinking about going or they're curious, I would say block out 2 to 3 days minimum and go. Go see for yourself. There's a part of me that feels like if everyone could come here when they wanted to or when they were ready, they would receive what they need from the land.
Yeah.
And it may be a 2-day thing or it may be a 20-year thing.
Yeah.
But I feel like there really is a mother parental energy here, a very nurturing energy. And if you are brave enough to come here, take a risk, you're going to get, what you need.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Thank you very much. Do you have anything else that you'd like to say to folks? Is there anything?
I don't. I really enjoy your podcast. So I want to thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you very much.
A lot of respect for what you do. So
thanks.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
It's a growing thing, as everything else in life is. It's a growing thing.
Yeah, I love it. I'm really glad I connected with you and Laura. And
it's been a wonderful thing. I saw you and I knew you before you were married, before you had your baby.
That's right.
I think
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Getting to see those transitions for you in life and finally getting to meet you face to face.
Yes.
And spending some quality time and just being able to see the heart in you is phenomenal.
Thank you.
And your baby girl has got a wonderful mom, and it's going to be a treasure to watch her grow.
Yes.
In kind of like your footsteps.
Yes. I'm hoping for that.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for that. So thank you for what you guys do. Absolutely.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
All right, beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, everybody, for listening in. Tune in to the next podcast. I don't know if it's going to be a hike podcast or another interview, but it seems to be kind of coming as it's supposed to. We are in Sedona, so I just let it roll. So, guys, hopefully someday I'll see you on the rocks. Be good. God bless you, and have a beautiful day. Thank you again for listening in today, folks. Your time and energy is greatly appreciated. Please feel free to download these episodes, favorite them, share them, and even visit my YouTube channel, Yava-Coco Productions, for all the podcast playlists and for some insanely cool videos of my hiking adventures that I do in Sedona. That all helps me to continue to bring you more exciting podcasts and videos, both for healing, spirituality, as well as just kind of amazing videos of Sedona, Arizona. For those of you wanting to dig in a little deeper, maybe you're struggling with some inner issues, or you're in a recovery path from an addiction, or just looking for inspirational discussions about healing, check out all of my podcasts on your favorite podcast players. Titles like Path to Recovery podcast, Cognitive Awareness with a Touch of God podcast, Bear Clan's Hiking Sedona podcast, and yes, I even have one called Star Wars, The Bear Awakens podcast. We are here to help you, and what we're trying to do is offer you things that can help you for free. Plus, there's entertainment involved with a lot of these anyway. So thank you again, folks. God bless you, and I hope to see you on the rocks.